3 opponents have 7 wins total combined, okay? The New England Patriots have one of the easiest strength of schedules in the NFL this season. In fact, the Pats sit atop of the AFC East with a 2-game lead at 8-2 this season. They're favored to win 5 of the remaining 7 games this season. That's according to ESPN Analytics. And so now the question is, are the Pats an absolute lock to be the 1 seed in the AFC? Marcus Spears.
No, still too much time left. And I love this team. By the way, I think they're going to be making noise to try to get to a Super Bowl. And I'm saying that right now, the way that they're playing. But the 1 seed, it's a little bit time left. Now, they put themselves in a great position to get that. And you just brought up the schedule, Shay. It's going to be a lot of desperate teams, though, down the stretch. That one I'm pointing at is the Baltimore Ravens later on this season as well. And I have loved everything about what Mike Vrabel, who I hold in a very high regard, Mike Vrabel as a head coach. He's going to have this team prepared to play. Can I see him being the 1 seed? Absolutely. But I'm not really willing to put that on them right now with so much time left in the season. There is still the Baltimore Ravens. And I'm not talking about anybody superseding them. I'm just talking about the rest of the way. They're going to be playing, like I said, a bunch of desperate teams. And a couple teams that could come up and get you if you off your game for a week or 2. And when the Patriots now, where they are now, the respect that they're getting, teams are going to understand either walking in there or them walking into their stadium, the type of team that they're playing now. I think everybody gets it. Everybody understands that the New England Patriots are formidable. They can beat anybody on any given Sunday. They got a young quarterback that's playing well, a head coach that I think is phenomenal. But giving them the 1 seed with so much time left in the season, I'm just not ready to do that right now.
Well, let's do the math, Swagoo. They're going to beat the Jets twice. They're going to beat Miami at home. They're going to beat the Giants at home. They only have 7 left. So they're going to win those games, and they're going to beat Cincinnati. Well, Cincinnati's on the road, maybe a little dicey, so I'll be careful there. But they're going to probably be 13-4. 13-4. They're right now, what, they're 8-7-2. I get the schedule. They're 8-2. These weeks off. Now they're 8-2. They haven't had their bye yet. All right, so they're going to go let's say they go 13-4. Indianapolis has lost 2 games. They play San Francisco, Seattle on the road, Kansas City on the road. That's tricky. And Jacksonville twice. The Chiefs have already lost 4 games. Denver's got Kansas City twice. And Denver's also got to play the Chargers. So when you look at it from that perspective, and I mean, look, that's a tricky schedule. Like I play Green Bay, that is not an easy schedule for the Broncos. There's 3 losses in there. And anybody who saw the Broncos play on Thursday night against the Raiders, they were awful. They were lucky. So the Raiders were terrible, and they barely won a game. So if you look at it from the fact that the Colts have a tough schedule, and they haven't been great lately anyway, they barely beat Atlanta, and of course they lost to the Steelers. And if you look at Denver, Kansas City's got 4 losses. Buffalo's is a long way behind New England as it is. You'd have to think that the Patriots are going to be the number 1 seed in the AFC.
Well, I think they should be the favorites to be the number 1 seed. I'm just not ready to call them a lock, but I will tell you this. Listen,
a lock, yeah.
The word lock is that's where it's appropriate to have to be specific about the question. The word lock. See how that works, Swagoo? How it works. Okay, it's not a lock.
Man, give me your tape, man. Leave me alone.
They should be the favorites, right? But do not call them a lock. I'm looking at this schedule right now. 6 of their final 7 games against teams that currently have a losing record. Jets twice, Bengals, Giants, Dolphins, and the 4-5 Ravens, too. Ravens are on the come.
But give them a loss there. Give them a loss.
What I'm saying is, but you also play Buffalo. So Buffalo gets a chance to come to Foxborough to go up against them as well. So those are 2 potential losses for the New England Patriots.
I agree.
That's why you can't call them a lock. I would tell you they should be the favorites, though, because their strength of schedule says everything else right there is just laid out for them.
Well, hold on now, Steve. They're
the Colts. They got the Niners in there, too. That's
there we go.
tough.
I got you, but I'm just talking about a lot. Again, New England should be the favorites. I think it's fair to say they should be the favorites to capture the number 1 seed in the AFC in light of their schedule and what you pointed out about Denver and Indy they've got to face again. But to call them a lock, man, we've seen it. We've seen too many strange things happen.
Go ahead.
Also this, Mad Dog. We have to also pay attention to how this particular football season has gone, man. Like there's a lot. It's volatile. Like you're betting with Fat Rob. This has been a volatile season in football with games that we expect teams to win. Did we expect the Miami Dolphins to kick the Buffalo Bills' ass like they did this past weekend? No. I brought up Green Bay and Carolina. There have been some weird things happening, even with the Colts. The Atlanta Falcons pushed them to the brink across the pond. So there's a lot of things that's happening in this league where it gives you a little pause to say a team is just going, we can just look at their schedule and they gonna finish out this strong. There have been collapse after collapse after collapse this football season, which makes it great for us. It's great fodder, it's great stuff to talk about, it's great unknowns, but to lock somebody in with this much football left, based on what we've seen this particular season, I think that's a bit much, Mad Dog.
Okay,
so me and Stephen A have to disagree with you.
Do you trust the Patriots to be the 1 seed? Meaning Broncos, Colts, Patriots. Let's say those are the 3 favorites, obviously, to be the 1 seed. Which of those 3 do you trust the most to get the job done?
Because of the schedule. New England, of course. Would you agree?
I do agree with you, but I trust it for a different reason as well. I think they're going to beat the Bills again in Foxborough.
I think they might too. I agree.
I think they're going to beat the Bills again in Foxborough. That's why.
Yeah, it's at home too. What do you think? Who do you trust the most of those 3 teams?
Shay, when you put that trust, I go to New England Patriots, and the reason is Mike Vrabel. Mike Vrabel is my sole reason. I think he is one of the elite ones, and he understands game in and game out what's needed to win games.
By the way, guys.
Drake May is performing wonderful, but he is still young, y'all.
That's right.
Which you gotta pay attention to. Still a young quarterback that's about to play some high-level games in this league.
The interesting part,
first time ever.
Sort of switches subjects for a quick second. I'm thinking about Coach of the Year. And I'm thinking about McDonald in Seattle and the phenomenal job that he's done. McVay in LA, the phenomenal job that he has done. Of course, Dychin in Indianapolis, and he's done a hell of a job or whatever. But Vrabel, to me, is at the top of the list. And unfortunately, this is the advantage. It's one thing to come into a situation, but it's another thing to see what had happened to the New England Patriots in the waning years of Bill Belichick, and then the 1-year deal with Gerard Mayo. And then for Vrabel to arrive on the scene just now with pretty much the same, I know Stephon Diggs wasn't there last year, but with pretty much the same personnel that you had last year. And to do the job that he has done, I think right now you can make a strong, legitimate argument that he's the coach of the year.
I agree with that.
I do too. I mean, we didn't see this coming from Drake May. No one did. The Giants lost their quarterback to Barely.
Here's what you're saying.
They won. They beat the Chiefs in Kansas City.
Here's what you're missing. The Eagles are big time. Are they the only big time team in the NFC?
The Rams. Damn it, the Rams.
All I'm saying, well, you're not going to.
Maybe Detroit. We'll see this weekend.
All I'm saying is you can't look at the Eagles. They're not standing alone as the only big time team in the NFC. There's a lot of good competition in the NFC. That's all I'm saying.
Let me ask you a question right now. Life on the line. Eagles going to the Super Bowl?
If life on the line, sure. I say that.
That's it.
That's it. Can I just push this forward, Marcus? Can I ask a question? Last
go ahead, Shay.
Last year, and I don't mean to bring up old stuff, and we know what Saquon Barkley did, and he had an outstanding season that I don't know could ever be duplicated. But last year, this guy was averaging over 125 yards per game on the ground. This year, he's averaging just under 64 yards. Their ground attack is not the same as it was a year ago.